Is Nairobi County Member of Parliament Esther Passaris an agent of government as she seeks to push for amendment of the law restricting public protests near key government installations? The proposal by Passaris continues to draw condemnation from various quarters and might likely once again put Parliament on a collision course with the public, since it outrightly seeks to constitutionally guaranteed right and freedom, as Duncan Kaimba now reports.
As she appeared before the Gabriel Tongoyo-led National Security and Administration Committee in the National Assembly to table her proposals for public order amendment, Nairobi County Member of Parliament Esther Passaris painted a picture of a concerned leader following the events of the June 2025 Gen Z-led protests, just like in 2024. Is she an agent of the state? NTV has established that during his vetting as Interior Cabinet Secretary after the President dismissed his cabinet in 2024, this is what then nominee for Interior and National Administration, Professor Abraham Kithure Kindiki, told the committee on appointment.
Before I was dismissed on 11th of July, I had actually finalized the draft regulations to the Public Order Act.
Kindiki stated that once the draft regulations were completed, they would help the police do a number of things. Among them,
to ensure protesters don't run amok and overrun members of the public who are not protesting.
His proposals and those of Passaris bear some resemblance, or are they the same?
It will require those protesting to notify the police and tell and also give the number of protesters so that the appropriate arrangements are made. It will also obligate public institutions in all arms of government, all public institutions, to designate an area within their premises or within the vicinity of their premises where a group of protesters who want to present petitions can stand, demonstrate, and present petitions to that public office or that public institution.
Many organizations having demonstrations to bring a petition, the number is huge. But then when they come to Parliament, they know that they have to be a certain number, 50 or 100, to come to the gates of Parliament, not the whole lot of them.
Ask protesters to also be responsible for their own conduct, and therefore we hope that if I am approved, this is a low-hanging matter. It's something that we can process in the shortest time possible.
We have to be able to safeguard these institutions in terms of law, so that you know that if you come close to these institutions with your demonstrations, you are breaking the law.
It is such similarities in the proposals that has aroused suspicion as to whether what was to be a government-sponsored amendment has conveniently been passed to a member of Parliament to push. Already, a section of the committee members have expressed their reservations.
I do not agree that changing the Public Order Act is going to change anything. So I think we need to think about this thing a little bit more deeply and not to look at it cosmetically.
But I think we should have an independent law that is comprehensive, that is detailed, that is not derogating from the enjoyment of any of these rights.
According to Rarieda Member of Parliament Otiende Amolo, who was a member of the committee of experts that crafted the Constitution, he says, and I quote, "Constitution requires Parliament to enact legislation to expand and facilitate the rights and not to shrink them." He adds that as proposed for now, unless the committee makes changes, the proposals appear to shrink the already guaranteed rights. End of quote. Should the committee adopt Passaris' proposals, the same will be subject to the National Assembly plenary for approval or rejection. Duncan Kaimba, NTV.